So I'm currently flying first class for the first time in my life, and it's an incredible experience. Emirates first class on the way back from Japan to the UK after I think around about 6 weeks worth of traveling. So I've been in Bali for I think about just under 4 weeks. I then went to Singapore for 4 to 5 days, and then I went to Japan for just over a week. And basically just been sitting here reflecting on a couple of different things, and I think basically I thought it was the perfect time to film a little video on some lessons that I've learned over the past couple of years when it comes to business, when it comes to personal development, and basically just share some insights on my journey and basically everything I've been doing over the past couple of years. So I've written a few things on my phone here that I think will be useful for you guys watching to take on and implement into your life, and things that definitely helped me over the past couple of years and definitely been big aggregators to where I am right now. So I'm basically going to be sharing 5 lessons that I've learned in my business journey. So the first thing that I would like to share is focus is everything. Okay, now this is something that I've just recently realized over the past maybe 6 months, is focus is genuinely a superpower. Okay, and what I mean by this is you will see everybody on the internet, so many people on the internet saying this is what you should be doing, that is what you should be doing, this is the best business model to start, when in reality they all work. Okay, if you put hard work, time, and dedication into any business model, they will all work. Okay, one of the biggest things and the biggest aggregators, and probably one of my biggest downfalls actually over the past 5 years, and something I've come to realize over the past couple of years, is putting your focus into one singular thing. And when I mean putting your focus into it, I mean like wholeheartedly putting everything you have into one thing. Okay, so for me, that's my Amazon business, just simply doubling down, going all in on one thing. And when you try to take on 2, 3, 4 different ventures and try and have your fingers in lots of different pies, I promise you, it's going to have a net negative effect to your business and your success and how well you actually do. And I've seen this firsthand when I've tried to take on different projects and different little things, when really what I should be focusing on is just the thing I do well, my bread and butter, the thing that I actually know how to do, and just double down and do it well. Just put all of your time, all of your energy, all of your focus into one thing. I see so many people trying to start like 3 different business models at the same time. And I promise you, it's just not a good idea. So if you learn one thing, just focus absolutely everything. Okay, the second thing is think bigger. Okay, now on face value, of course everybody wants to have the lifestyle, have a lot of the money, have the perfect family, whatever it is your golden aspiration to have, right? But I had a big realization maybe just over 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago now, when I went on a mastermind. So I went on a mastermind in Dubai that solely changed my life. I went to Dubai, spent a week on a $10 million villa in the Palm, met some incredible people, and I basically just put myself in a room with people who are basically on a different level, who are thinking in terms of decades, thinking in terms of tens of millions, thinking in terms of basically thinking on a completely different level. I want to expose your mind to these kind of things. Genuinely, it will change your life. Like, once you expose your mind to something that is something that it couldn't comprehend before, whether that be financially driven, whether that be fitness, whether it be health, whatever it may be, genuinely you cannot look back. And the mastermind for me was genuinely the turning point in my life in terms of my fitness, my health, my productivity, my output, what I thought was possible in this world, just seeing how other people live. Like, I mean, I was, at the time, I wasn't really making massive amounts of money, and I was in rooms with people talking about tens of millions of pounds. I met a guy who was making £800,000 a month, and just understanding the way he thought, the way he viewed life, the way he viewed business, really changed my perspective on things and allowed me to think bigger. So actually exposing your mind to things like that, spending money on experiences, spending money on masterminds, getting in the right rooms, getting around the right people will allow you to think bigger. And thinking bigger was probably one of the biggest things that's actually allowed me to scale my business. I mean, before that mastermind, I was maybe doing like 50, 60K a month, and genuinely 3 months later, I hit 100K a month. So that is the second thing, is just allowing yourself to think bigger. And to be able to think bigger, you have to invest in yourself, have to invest in experiences, getting it the right people. So don't be frugal on that kind of thing. A lot of people will say, invest all of your money, think about the future, invest in the S&P, all this kind of thing. Whereas, and I definitely used to think like that, I used to be super frugal. Whereas investing in experiences, allowing your mind to be exposed to different kind of things and different kind of experiences, will be a big aggregator for your success. So that is the second thing. The third thing, which is more Amazon specific, sorry, I'm just looking at my phone now. The third thing is more Amazon specific, or I guess more e-commerce specific, is people buy off people. Okay. Now, this is one thing I've always known for a long period of time. And since I started my Amazon journey, and even before that, I've heard in sales and everything like that, people buy off people, right? It's a very common phrase, but I've really started to feel the rewards of that over maybe the past 12 to 18 months, where I've genuinely built incredible relationships with suppliers that has opened an incremental amount of doors for me. Building relationships, going above and beyond, and understanding that people buy off people, and getting the right relationships with your suppliers and the people around you is going to be incremental, specifically to scaling your Amazon business. So that's the third thing. Now, the fourth thing is one of the biggest lessons I learned, because I've had a lot of them, was removing limiting beliefs. Okay. Now, limiting beliefs are often subconscious, and what a limiting belief is, I mean, it goes back to something that I just said a moment ago about exposing your mind to different things. It is, you can't achieve something that you don't conceive as possible. Okay. So you've got to genuinely believe and genuinely understand that these things are possible to be able to actually achieve them. I can't remember the exact quote, but there's a very well-known famous quote that says something like, you can only achieve what your mind conceives achieve. Okay. So removing any limiting beliefs you have, whether, going into Amazon specific now, but like, whether that's, I'm not good at inquiries, I'm not good at putting myself out on social media, which is a big limiting belief I had, whether it's that I'm not capable to scale my business to 100K a month, whatever your limiting belief is, or whatever your mind is telling you you can't do, you can. You just need to reprogram your mind, reprogram your belief systems, and understand that these things are possible. And it all comes down to reprogramming your mind to conceive and believe that these things are genuinely possible. And until you program your mind to think that these things are possible, you won't be able to achieve these things. Okay. So you really need to get clarity on what it is you want and how you're actually going to achieve it. Okay. And remove all of your limiting beliefs, whether you think you can't do something, whether you think you're not good at it, whether you think that your personality just doesn't suit a thing, or whether you're not born for sales, whatever it may be. Remove those limiting beliefs and genuinely just have ultimate self-conviction that you can actually achieve these things and you can go out and do it. Because ultimately you can, and the only thing holding you back is yourself. Okay? Now, the fifth thing that I learned on this mastermind, which probably comes down to another thing, which is investing in yourself is probably one of the biggest aggregators that you can do to propel your business or propel yourself in terms of self-development, is clarity is a superpower. Now, an activity that I got told to do on this mastermind was basically map out my future. So we basically got tasked with a task to sit down for, I think it was only about 20 or 30 minutes, but after I got back from the trip, I really sat down for a couple of hours and really got clarity on this and just understood what my life looks like in an ideal scenario. So in 12 months' time, where is it that you want to be? In an ideal scenario, what is it that you want to achieve? And you've got to get extreme clarity on this. So when I say extreme clarity, I don't mean that you want to make £1 million or you want to get your business to X amount. I mean, what do you want your daily life to look like? Okay, you want to wake up at this time. This is what you want to do. This is what your morning routine wants to be. You want to go for a coffee at 8 a.m. You want to go for a walk down the beach. You want to live in Dubai. You want to live in the UK and the Cotswolds, whatever it may be. Get clarity on exactly what it is and really just visualize that out and manifest it. So have it in your phone. So basically just go on your phone, write out, I wake up at 8 a.m. I go for a walk down the beach. I grab a coffee. I come back. I sit at my desk. I do a 4-hour work block or a 3-hour work block. I have my lunch. This is what I ate for lunch specifically. This is what I do in the afternoon. This is what I do on the weekends and the evenings. I have friends that travel the world. I drive this type of car, okay? This type of car has this specific alloy, this specific interior, this specific specification. And really just try and visualize in as much detail and get as much clarity on it as possible. And basically just start to manifest it into reality. Manifest your dream life into reality. And by doing this and by creating your vision, you will subconsciously start to do things that propel you towards that goal. And what I'd recommend doing is writing it out on your phone, putting it as your screensaver or putting it on your notes, maybe even record a video of you reading this out to yourself and listen to it every morning and just get extreme clarity. That is probably one of the most important things I would say in your personal life and your business life is just getting clarity on exactly what it is you want to achieve. And by getting clarity, you will then start to achieve it. And it all starts with getting clarity. So those are just 5 lessons that I've learned or 5 realizations that I've had over the past 2, 3, 4 years that I've been in business that have allowed me to scale my business and will continue to help me on my journey to achieving my goals. So hopefully you've taken a lot of the value out of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.